name is Valerie. Thank you for joining me again today. So today we're making a simple weekly chicken and potatoes meal. I make this probably every 2 weeks. It's quick, it's easy. Let me go over the ingredients. So I've been soaking 2 chicken breasts in orange juice. If you don't have orange juice, lemon or limes. Garlic already diced, already peeled for me. Onions, mayo. This pesto sauce is from Buitoni. It's one of my favorite. Salt, pepper, any dry seasoning that you like. I use parsley, basil, and oregano. I'm going to use my sofrito, which is my onion, garlic, pepper, paprika, and then you'll need your canola spray to spray your pan, some vegetable oil. I'm using 2 potatoes. You can pick as many potatoes as you like. And so I already preheated the oven at 350. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna spray my pan so that the chicken and potatoes do not stick. And then I'm only gonna put a little drop of oil because I don't want the potatoes to be soggy. So I'm just gonna get that ready. And I've been soaking my chicken for about 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna just put the, lay out the sliced potatoes, dice them any which way you like. We're not picky, so it's okay. It doesn't matter the size or shape. We love potatoes. All right, and I'm going to dice one of my chicken breasts. Use any chicken that you like. We eat a lot of chicken breast. So I'm just gonna slice them up in pieces. And this makes it so much easier because when I'm serving my kids, instead of having to cut up their chicken for them, it's already pre-diced. So about 2 chicken breasts works for 2 adults and 2 small children in our home. You can put as much as you like. And I've already washed and soaked my chicken. And on the chicken, I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt. And some pepper. And I'm gonna sprinkle paprika. I like that additional little kick. You can use whatever seasoning you like. And now I'm going to put the chicken inside with the potatoes. They're gonna be cooking in the oven for over an hour, so everything's gonna cook nicely. And I'm gonna use my hands just to mix the seasoning I just sprinkled on, so the potato gets some flavoring too. I am going to dice up the next potato. Like I said, slice it any which way you like. I love this meal. Like I said, I make it at least once every 2 weeks. The kids like it, and this is why I'm sharing my videos. This is already like pre-approved food for picky eaters, and I love it. They get some chicken, potatoes. If you want to make some pasta, go ahead. Put as many potatoes and as much chicken as you like. Dice up those potatoes, whichever way you like. I'm gonna put that on top. And thank you to my 7-year-old who's videotaping me after a long day of school. Same thing, I'm gonna just mix up that seasoning. Just wipe my hands. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna do is that pesto that I showed you. I've already squirted out about 1 to 2 tablespoons of mayo. I'm gonna put about 1 to 2 tablespoons of that pesto. I do use a lot of mayo and pesto in my cooking. The pesto has seasoning already in there. It's already been blended, and mayo is just so creamy. And I love how pesto and mayo taste once it's baked in the oven. It gives it such a nice flavor. So yes, you will see me using a lot of mayo in my recipes. And this mayo, Duke's, is just so creamy. It's one of the best mayos I've ever tasted. And I'm gonna just mix that pesto and mayo into my chicken. Like I said, once this is baked, the flavoring, the potatoes turn brown. It's amazing. Okay, and then I'm just going to sprinkle my dry seasoning. Parsley is always paired with potatoes. It just goes well, and if you have fresh parsley, go ahead, use that. I use the dry seasoning. It's just easy, and it does flavor well. I'm gonna put a little basil and oregano. And if you just had parsley, that's fine. If you wanted to use cilantro, whatever seasoning your family likes. The last thing I'm going to do is use that teaspoon of sofrito. And I'm gonna just, about a tablespoon, excuse me. Just gonna sprinkle that, mix everything up. And if you have these ingredients in your home, I mean, this took less than 7 minutes. I mean, the soaking of the chicken is something that I like to do beforehand. And even if you didn't have time to soak your chicken, beforehand, you could just wash it and you'd be good to go. And my kids like cherry tomatoes, so I'm gonna just, they've already been washed, sprinkle those cherry tomatoes in there. And I love using the pre-cut garlic, especially once it's baked. I love to munch on garlic, so I'm gonna put about 6-7 cloves, sprinkled all around. And last ingredients I'm gonna be using is my onions. And that makes the potatoes, the onion make the potatoes and chicken super creamy. It's definitely something you wanna add. And I slice them in long pieces because my kids don't like to eat onions. So if you dice them up in long pieces, they're so easy to pull out. And you don't need much. I mean, 1/4 of an onion. Just to add a little bit of extra flavor on top. And I always say, the pre-process before the meal, yes, it looks like a bunch of nothing. And let me tell you, once it cooks, it tastes amazing. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 350 for about 1 hour, and I'll show you how it comes out. Chicken for 1 hour. At 30 minutes too, I flipped some of the potatoes and the chicken around to make sure they were all being cooked evenly. So it took 1 hour at 350. Look how golden this looks. I wish you could smell the aroma of the seasoning. It smells delicious. And if you want, you can plate this over rice or pasta. But look at these potatoes, look at the chicken. It's absolutely delicious. I hope your family enjoys this meal.